Well, we're getting ready to take Lenny on a road trip to go work on a bus. So Lenny's our 1947 Silverside, so it's a retired Greyhound bus. We got him painted a couple years ago when we've been going through and starting the remodel on the interior. He's not quite all the way done, but we got a lot of things completed enough to make this road trip. We got a working bathroom. That was the most important part. Air conditioning and that kind of stuff. But we got this Eagle bus, if you remember a couple months ago, we worked on. It needed a lot of work when it was here. Well, on his trip home to Texas, he came all the way from Houston to come here and get work done on his bus. He sent me this message that it looked like a rear wheel seal had blown out, and he thought his bus was on fire, smoking really, really bad. He was very concerned about it. He sent me this video of it smoking in the rear like this. I was like, wow, that's crazy. I can't think what would make it smoke like that. Maybe a stuck brake or something like that. Not really sure, but he sent me some more pictures on it that I had asked for. I was definitely concerned about it, and I said, he was closer to home, or I don't remember where he was at, but I told him I would come down there and take a look at it. But he sent me the pictures. I could see the wheel seal was leaking, but then I saw these like chunks of something. He said it was asphalt because he went off the road, but it didn't look like asphalt to me. And then I saw it looks like rubber, and he hit some real bad railroad tracks, and the bus shifted and rocked, and this Eagle has airbags that somebody's added to it, and the airbag mount shifted, and the airbag was digging into the tire, and that was rubber that was coming off of the tire. But I still needed to fix the wheel seal for him. But I was concerned about some other issues he was having, with that airbag mount. And we did some work on the belts that we're going to take a look at when we go there too. We're going to head down there. It's a long way to go to fix a wheel seal, but I want to get back on the road again, and this is a good trip for Lenny. So our buddy George is going to join us on this trip. We're going to go down there and see what we can do to fix it up. And Lenny's getting ready to get back on the highway. This is only one other trip since COVID as he made, so this has been a while. This should be a lot of fun. Just a warning, there's going to be a lot of driving video in this video. Lots of highway miles. It's going to be fun.
What do you say, Scott?
It's on forever. Happy 4th of July. Back on the interstate.
Trucks pulled over on the right. You're good. It's just.
Sorry.
So I was wondering the best way to.
Slow down. It's getting warm.
I couldn't follow you anywhere because you'd leave me. I'm 62, 63.
Yeah, he got up to 190 there. I don't know.
I'm gonna
good everywhere he goes. We're going to be making a lot of fuel stops on this. Almost 2,000 miles of driving over the next 4 days or so. Not a lot of pit stops and breaks, so mostly whenever we stop for fuel, that's about it. We did stop at Camping World. A nice picture on the 4th of July here. I'm glad they were open on the holiday. We need to get a new fresh water pump. Wasn't working.
Last exit in Tennessee.
You can see how bad that really was. There's a horrible spot in the road, and you find out later on that it actually messed up our tire.
Jesus.
That's gonna have to go back in.
Yeah, I got.
That was a crazy bumhole.
Yeah, that was an ugly one. Got the sign.
I'm really having to keep a close eye on the temperatures here. I'm really using my coolant temperature gauge as more of a speedometer. So even though going 70 here, it's 193 is 180 is normal operating temperature, so it's running warm, but it's hot outside. It's the mid 90s, and this whole trip we're going to be in the 90s, and we usually don't normally drive in that kind of conditions.
Sun's really affecting. Sun out of it.
Oh, car dealers. Oh, for sure that was in a Camping World.
Ford.
Yeah, Camping World.
Fourth one, third one. Videoing you too. Oh, he's exiting. Is he? Nope, he's staying on. I'm all over the place here.
Staying at the Cracker Barrel tonight, and we made it just in time to get some food. Stopped at Lowe's to pick up a couple extra supplies, a fan, and then a new deadbolt lock for the door. It'll lock, but I can't take the key out of it when it's locked. Since that pothole, this tire, we noticed it's pulling a little bit to the right, and this second tread has got these weird wear patterns where not the whole tire, not the whole thing is hitting the ground, but parts of it are. Broken belt or what? Something's not right. Don't miss a spot.
No, sir.
My GPS is 5 years out of date, so the speed limit is actually faster on the road. So it says I'm speeding, but I'm not. A little over an hour south of Houston, near the coast. But we're here. We made it to the bus. He's already got the tires, the new tires replaced. The airbag mount has been tightened in place. We're just going to check this wheel seal and find out if there's something going on, if the bearing's loose or if it was just a bad seal or something. Just lean that up against the pole behind you.
Do I have a dirtier one?
Not this white.
She's getting heavy now.
Pull that off.
I know, I was just looking to see where's, okay, there's the dot.
Right there.
Give me that.
Yeah, go tighten direction. That's good. Okay. Back it back off.
So it wasn't loose.
Yeah, let me go get some. The bearings all looked good. There's no issue there. Everything was adjusted properly. This seal is bad. The inside, it wasn't leaking from the inside. This kind of seal, it seals solid on the wiper, and then it spins inside the seal, and the oil leak was coming from around the seal part. Brakes look good, cleaned everything up, so it's just a bad wheel seal. These fan belts go to a miter box that goes to the radiator fan, and what's happening here, we replaced these before because they were wearing weird, but the torque of the engine is twisting it because the engine, this engine doesn't belong in here. Somebody's added this, it's a transplant, but there's so much torque on the engine twists, and the miter box is mounted to the frame, not the engine, and then the belts get misaligned when the engine's under load.
Parking brake engaged?
Yes, please. That should tell us if it's moving or not. Be careful of your Jeep. The bus may move a little when he does it, so be careful. When he revs it up and gets it on the throttle, you can watch his belt get all loosey-goosey and start jumping around. It's just everything's twisting and it's not staying aligned properly. Gonna need to change the fuel filter on Lenny. This is Lenny's fuel filter. You can see as this type of filter, when it gets plugged up, the fuel level gets higher and higher and higher. And the fuel's been sitting in there for 5 years, so it definitely needs to get a fuel filter change. Well, Robert, the bus owner, he has this really cool Jeep. It's supercharged and everything, and it's all decked out. It's got winch in the rear, winch in the front. He's got a lot of tricks on it. But one of the reasons George came is I promised him we'd take him to the beach so he could put his toes in the sand. He's been wanting to do that since earlier this year, and he ended up needing all that work on his bus, and he never made it to the beach yet this year. So we're gonna take him to the beach.
Dual batteries.
George is about to have a spiritual moment here.
You guys can just leave me here for a while. You guys can just leave me here for a while.
Why was that necessary?
It wasn't. I mean, if they're changing out rail cars, that's one thing, but they don't.
Well, we got the wheel seal all fixed. We gave him some recommendations about the motor mounts and stuff. He's gonna have a welder look at some things, and replace the motor mounts. Maybe that'll stiffen things up, and then take it easy on the throttle so it doesn't torque so much. Don't ram on it hard and everything. We're gonna take a different route home. We're gonna go through Louisiana, and we're gonna stop at Buc-ee's. And man, fuel prices are great at Buc-ee's. Passing with someone at 71. Nice sound.
What's that, buddy?
I don't think I want to be in this.
No, no.
Am I good?
Oh, yes. Yep. Middle lane. And traffic's still moving. We're good.
Yeah, we were dodging some really bad storms all through Texas and Louisiana on the way home. It had some really bad storms down in Texas while we were there. We did this whole trip just in the 4 days, so that was absolutely crazy. This tire is getting absolutely worse. We're keeping an eye on it. We want to make sure we can get it home with it. The wear on the inside is fine, and it's just this one tread where it gets down, and then it's fine, and then it's not, and it's weird. Certain areas are a lot lower than other areas on it. George is going to hop into the driver's seat. Let's see how this goes.
Left and right. Then where's your parking brake release at?
It's the yellow knob on the left-hand side there.
Oh, under the fan.
Yep.
Got it. Now I just want to see that.
It's a little stiff. Remember, unless you're on a hill, you shouldn't have to give it throttle to accelerate with the clutch until the clutch is out.
I'm gonna go left.
I think
You gonna go right?
I had the wheels slightly turned to the right. I think you should go right. Only because you're going to understand in a second. Get rolling just a little bit. When you turn the wheel, don't grab it by the...
By that?
No, grab it by that. That's,
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one that's kind of... Are you all the way off the clutch? Yeah, don't drag the clutch like that. You just instantly off. Don't.
It's off.
Oh, yeah.
You mean to steal
I would do.
here?
I would, yeah.
Proceed
Bigger
to
area.
highlighted route.
Get used to the turning radius because it's going to be tight. You're not going to make it if you don't start turning.
One over here. Just gonna drag it down here and see what-
See if you can get it in a second before you get to that area to turn around and definitely accelerate. And then,
It's low RPM, so
Yeah.
just
I would turn right here.
back to first. Oh.
Downshift it, rev it up.
The circles I do at home, I go left, all lefts.
Oh, now you're doing rights. The steering's a bitch, ain't it?
It is. I was not
Why
prepared.
don't you come to a stop here and we'll do another start?
Should be.
Turn left, then turn right.
I'm off.
Yep, perfect.
Try to grab a second again here with a little more.
You got lucky there because you accidentally hit the throttle before you went into the gear, and usually you'll grind it when you do that for sure. You're like, why is this guy doing laps in the parking lot? Practice to go to third. You're not gonna actually get it in gear, but go to neutral and practice dropping it down.
Whoa.
Okay. And then
Maybe
you actually got it. Yeah.
I left my clutch in there.
All right.
Cool.
Let's stop here and then I'll hop out or we'll trade. Yeah, driving the 4-speed on the column is a little weird. Plus, it's a non-synchronized transmission. But I'm going to get it on the interstate. We'll get to the first rest area, and then I'll let George hop in the driver's seat from there.
Turn left, then turn left.
is nice. There's not a lot of traffic. This is pretty much so flat, open roads. It's gonna be a great place for George to learn how to drive.
No pressure at all.
I would just leave it in first because you got a stop sign here.
I was gonna run it, man. Probably could have started and sent it there, huh?
No, not from a stop. Get on it though.
Continue with throttle.
Oh shit! You gave it throttle, but you don't throttle up on the upshift. It's double clutch, no throttle. Okay, go to neutral. Yep.
I feel like I'm a little low on the speed there.
Just keep it floored. Get your turn signal on.
I'm looking good.
Go for fourth now. Are you?
43 mile an hour in forward.
Yeah, 43 is about where you shift, so it's kind of dog it until it gets up to about 50, 55. We're slightly going uphill too. Yeah, when you did it almost like a downshift, the way you hit the throttle there, and then that sped everything up, and then you slammed it into gear with it spinning, so you really be a little more gentle when you're pulling it into gear. But you want to get on it here. You don't want to go faster.
Just about 165 on the 10.
Try to keep it around 65.
Okay.
I think that's a nice safe speed for the people around you. And so what do you think, George?
It drives amazing, and I'm not kissing your ass. It drives really good. I mean, I'm super comfortable. I'm okay with the no power steering. I like to be able to kind of feel what's. It's a different feeling than the air assist on mine. I like to be able to feel what's happening. It's a good feeling without the power steering. I'm okay with it, except for the parking lot. I'm okay with it. Drives really not effortless. I mean, it just shockingly effortless running down the road.
You're doing 68 miles an hour.
68 miles an hour. Super comfortable. The only thing that's got me uncomfortable is the owner in the passenger seat. Other than that, I can. Where are we going? You know, East Coast, Keys. You want to turn around and go to Vegas? Where do you want to go? I'm comfortable. My only other big concern is I've only got about 40 miles with that 4-speed Spicer, and then a bunch of laps at my land, all lefts. The downshift end, I'm a little concerned with because my history is coming to a complete stop and starting over. Just being honest. Which traffic's light today, so 182, 65. It drives great, man. It really. This is nice.
It doesn't look like it would handle this well, does it?
No, no. I don't know if it's the height of the Cremo or, its width, height, the air. Like, I mean, I do, you feel the wind. I mean, and we're not windy today, but there's just a different, I feel tighter and more put together. Like, just more connected. Like the whole chassis body is, I can't explain it.
More input from the seat.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. God, you think of 1947, you would think it'd be really odd to drive down a modern interstate. It's not. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, driving something that's nearly 80 years old at 70 miles an hour. And we just drove it. How many miles did we drive? 1,600 by the time we get done?
Yeah, probably be knocking between
1,800?
Yeah, 18. 1,900 probably. In 3 days.
Should have signed up to haul some freight or something. Somebody shipped something from Nashville to Houston.
Yeah, no kidding.
Could have made some money.
I mean, this is a pleasure, honestly. I want to get comfortable on the steering wheel, but I know, I need to. That pothole you hit has got me hurt, just,
Yeah.
I don't want to be resting and get one of those,
Yeah, you shouldn't wrap your thumb all the way around that wheel either. Just hold, you can break your thumb.
And I'm not white knuckling, I mean,
Yeah.
just. Light the fire for the 4104, and that's it. I gotta quit worrying about what could go wrong and quit being my own worst enemy and just get some bitch on the highway.
Got here and there's no fuel in the fuel filter. That's how low it was. I have a secondary tank that transfers over to the first tank, And I knew I'd used about most of that, but I turned this on last night to transfer. But when I transferred the fuel last time, that's what plugged up the fuel filter. So there must be some gunk in this secondary tank, and it probably plugged up the pump that transfers it into there. So where I thought I transferred 40 gallons into there, I did not. So we'll find out when we add some to this and see how much is actually in there. But yeah, it's very low.
Talk about running out of fuel in the exact
Yeah, I made it up the exit ramp and
barely coasting in. Just gotta go and turn yours off. We got 128 miles on this, so or leave it on and
There's a few little drips under there. A few little oil flicks on the back of the bus, but really, for doing a couple thousand miles almost, not too bad. It looks like the fuel filter's about plugged up again. And that fuel level gets high like that. That's how that filter, as it plugs up, it slowly gets higher and higher and higher. That's our second one. That's to be expected. The bus has been sitting mostly for the last, well, it's only been on one trip since COVID, other than a couple runs around town. Up down the hill a few times. Starting to roll coal a little more than he should have been, and there's a lot of gunk blocking up the oil bath air filters here. So it's just having a hard time breathing through all that crap. We'll get these all cleaned up and serviced. There's the third one. I'm gonna wash these out with gasoline. I'll probably do it about 5 or 6 times. Clean, fresh gas each time. Hit me with the foam cannon. Let it soak a little bit. We cleaned all the dirt out of the bottom of these and then added fresh clean oil to them. And then I got all the filters all cleaned real good. All that stuff is out of him and good and clean, and he should breathe a heck of a lot better now for sure. But, yeah, just washed him in gasoline, then set him out in the sun for a few hours so that everything's dried up out of him. Well, Lenny proved once again that he is a tough old boy, and he just performed great. A couple little issues. I mean, that tire issue, got to get that taken care of. We're going to put it on the pit and check the alignment and everything before I get a new tire on it, but I'm glad the tire made it back. Fuel filters, we took fuel filters with us, expecting that to be a problem, so nothing really came up and surprised us. But hopefully we're going to get him out here and plan some more trips in the near future here with him. We can go out and work on some buses and stuff and do some vacations and stuff like that too. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed seeing Lenny back on the road.
See him loading up his tools, check the air and all those duels. It's that bus grease monkey, don't you know? Well, he's got a long, hard ride in old Lenny the Silver Sides. Get that bus grease monkey on the road. Well, he's got that hammer down and that 47 Hound. It's that bus grease monkey on the road. He travels all around and he's coming to your town. Get that bus grease monkey down the road. See that 4104 with the propped up engine door. Watch that bus grease monkey do his thing. 30 years behind that barn, 'cause it don't run worth a darn. Watch that bus grease monkey make it sing. He knows them Detroits, there's no doubt, upside down and inside out. It's that bus grease monkey, don't you know? Saving buses far and wide in that old blue Silver Sides. It's that bus grease monkey, don't you know? Now he's moved his family to the hills of Tennessee. Watch that bus grease monkey make his home, bringing buses back to life with the help of his dear wife. Watch that bus grease monkey get it done. Well, he travels town to town working on them old Greyhounds. It's that bus grease monkey, don't you know? Saving buses far and wide in old Lenny the Silver Sides. It's that bus grease monkey, don't you know? It's that bus grease monkey, don't you know? It's that bus grease monkey, don't you know?